Adaptive Wide Angle Filter. Hi guys! When you shoot with a large format lens or a fisheye lens, optical distortion of space may occur. This can be used as a special artistic technique, or it may be an accidental distortion that needs to be corrected. And just for these cases, a wonderful filter has been created, which is called Adaptive Wide Angle. For clarity, we will take an image that was specially made with a fisheye effect. But of course, in this way you can also edit images in which the distortion appeared unintentionally. So we go into the filter and select the Adaptive Wide Angle, or press Alt plus Shift plus Ctrl plus A, keyboard shortcut. We have opened such a window. Let's put a suitable scale, probably even a little less, so that everything is clearly visible. And let's see what opportunities we have here. On the right side, we can choose what we need to fix. It can be a fisheye perspective or autocorrection. In cases where we have an unintentional distortion of perspective, it is better to choose a perspective. Well, if we have a fisheye effect, then we choose fisheye. And as you can see, immediately our image became a little closer to reality. Well, of course, we won't stop there. By the way, if you look in the lower left corner, you can see that it is the model of the fisheye lens. That is, the image was purposefully taken with a fisheye lens to obtain such an interesting effect. Well, we'll get rid of it. So, on the left we have a toolbar, and we take a tool called Constraint. We put the first point, we lead our mouse, and as you can see, the line automatically sticks to the line that shows our wall. Click at the end, and the line is straightened. Well, we could pull these points and somehow warp it in the way we want. If suddenly we have some other idea of distortion, you can also right-click and select vertical, so that the line becomes strictly vertical. Now we are starting to fix some other line. Well, let's go from the opposite side. We can immediately hold down the Shift key at the end, and the line will immediately become vertical. That is, when the Shift key is pressed, we can create vertical or horizontal lines. We need to make all the vertical lines vertical now. I do it with the Shift key pressed. We have a lot of these lines here. In fact, the more lines you align, the more correct your image will be in the end. I'm gradually going through all the verticals, and our image becomes more vertical itself. If something went wrong, then you can press the backspace key, and it will disappear. And you can create a line again, like that. That is, I press Shift when creating a line, and I get a strictly vertical line. You can do the same with horizontal lines. I'm drawing the first line. I press Shift and then create all the others, and try to align the maximum number of these lines. You can see it well by the tile. It can be seen how the space immediately changes when we try to align it. I put a point and press Shift, continuing to draw a line. We are gradually correcting all those conditional shortcomings that we have formed. You can even align these lines. You see, they are also curved. So I drew it, this line. And we can somehow rotate this point here, bringing the cursor here, and the line will then somehow change its position. Let's try to fix this line too. Here the line automatically becomes straight when you swipe it. The only thing you can change is its angle. So we have these places left, which clearly shouldn't be like that. So gradually we bring our image to the classic look that we are used to without any fisheyes. Well, there is still a wall, this thing here. In addition to the tool that we are using now, there is also such a tool that allows you to align entire spaces at once. You can take it and set it all at once, pressing Shift. If your image implies such lines, then you can use it. By the way, I would probably align the horizon line. Look what it's like. Still, here probably at first. And here we bring the cursor and expound our horizon line the way we need. But it's too much. So let's expand it like this. Probably it is possible to correct some more nuances here. For example here, or here. Obviously this line shouldn't be curved. It would even be possible to align all these lines too, so that they are not so curved. Now I just draw a line. It clings to the desired contour itself, and then it becomes straight. The correct look of your image depends on how many lines you will draw. Well, okay, I think it's enough, and that's what we got. Now we can either crop our photo or fill in the places that we now have with transparent pixels. We can use a content aware fill or some other tools. Well, it already depends on the photos. Sometimes you can just replace, for example, the sky, or modify something with the help of stamp tool. It all depends on the situation. But now we'll go to the easiest way. Well, just crop it. Yes, our picture will become smaller, but it will be without the fisheye effect. Like that. That's what we had. And it became this. And it is clear that in the same way you can correct any perspective distortions. It will be even easier. Such a simple job we did today with this interesting filter. I hope you can easily repeat all this. That's all for today. It was Peter Romanov and AIM School. See you next time.